Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone is blessed. Today's video is just going to be talking about basically kind of like my social work journey. It's really warm in here, so my glasses are like steaming. It's really hot. But yeah, I'll be basically talking about my social work journey, kind of how I got into the masters, and then I'm not going to be going into detail my first year and my second year. If you don't know, the masters for social work full-time is 2 years. It is 4 years part-time, because whenever I tell people that I've been doing my masters for 2 years, they think I was doing it part-time, but no, I was doing it full-time. I think obviously it's that way because we have to do placement for it in each year. Our first placement is 70 days and the second placement is 100 days, and guys, we don't get paid. We don't get paid, so you're basically working full-time for free, but it's okay. Keep your eyes on the prize. It's just to get that degree, so you gotta do what you gotta do. So yeah, so without further ado, let's get into it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So starting off, so if you don't know, I basically relocated from relocated, is that the right word? I basically moved from Ireland to England in 2017, straight after my undergrad. When my undergrad was in social studies, professional social care in Ireland, and to be honest, in Ireland that's recognized as a professional course, so you can get quite a bit of money from that if you are working in Ireland with that degree. Unfortunately, I didn't really have enough knowledge or understanding that it wasn't recognized as a professional course in England. So when I moved here with the hopes that I would work for a year and then start my masters, that I'll work for a year and save up money and stuff like that, I thought I'll be working with my degree, but I wasn't able to do that, unfortunately. So any advice from any of my Irish beauties out there, if you have a social care degree, I would advise you to stay in Ireland and work with your degree and save up your money before coming to England, if you are going to come to England to do your masters for social work. Saying that, I'll also say try and work for a year as well, because you'll be able to build up experience working in the social care setting, which I think was very beneficial for myself, because I kind of got an understanding of the backgrounds, the other side of the social care setting, which kind of helped me, you know, in terms of understanding service users and stuff like that, and just knowing the theories and blah blah blah. That really helped me. So I would advise anyone who is looking to go into social work to try and get into a social care setting, just to build up on your knowledge, and yeah, that would really help a lot. So like I said, unfortunately for myself, I didn't really have that understanding that it's not a professional course in England, and I basically did support work for the year, and I worked in a children's residential home, which was really beneficial and really helped with my growth, my resilience, my understanding about, you know, a lot of the things children go through when they're in that state. And it's kind of like the flip side, whereas these children that I worked with in the residential home, they have social workers and they hate their social workers, but I also understand the reasons what the pressures social workers have. So working in that care setting really helped me and developed my knowledge. So yeah, so that was me prior to applying for my social work master's degree. And if you're wondering, the reason why I moved to England to do my master's is just because I felt that in Ireland there's only, I think it's about 4 or 5 universities that do social work as a master's degree. Correct me if I'm wrong, but to my knowledge anyways, that was what I taught. And I know that it's quite competitive, but then I know obviously in England there's a lot of universities and it's not as competitive, so that is why I decided to move. And I don't know, it was kind of just a YOLO thing, to be honest. So yeah, so that is why I came to England to do my masters. In terms of application, I applied through the UCAS, which is basically like the central I don't know, system for applying for universities within England, and I applied. I think I had five, was it 4 or 5? I think I had 4 or 5 choices. I think it was 4, because it was University of Greenwich, University of Kent, Canterbury Christchurch, and London, some London university, East London University, and I ended up going to Canterbury Christchurch. The application process with the UCAS was quite simple, straightforward. The only thing is that just make sure you have your references ready and on deck, ready for them to give it to you, and to write about you or whatever. It's quite straightforward. I can only speak about obviously the application process in terms of Canterbury Christchurch, because, well, the University of Greenwich asked me to write like a mini essay and answer questions. So did London, the East London, and University of Kent, but I only went through with Canterbury Christchurch. So they had a face-to-face interview, which lasted for the whole day, and during that we had to do a written kind of examination on that day in the morning, which lasted for like about 45 minutes to an hour. And then we had a group kind of discussion there was 4 of us in the group, and we were observed by a lecturer and a service user. We were given kind of like a topic to talk about and stuff like that. I guess they wanted to see our interaction with each other and I guess our knowledge around the topic. I cannot remember for the life of me what I spoke about or what I said. And then we had a face-to-face interview, and in that they basically just asked, you know, the basic questions about why you want to go into social work, what is your understanding about social work. I think they asked me something about values and ethics, something like that, and also my previous experiences within the care setting, which is why it's really important to, I say it's really important to try and work within the care setting, so you have things to talk about. So that was that for me. Now, in terms of bursaries, loans, with social work in England, we have an NHS bursary, which I guess is government run, and each uni, I guess, is allocated a certain amount of bursaries. And each is kind of means tested. So you apply with the application form, you fill in all your details, and then it's kind of, I don't know as well, it's kind of like whoever if you're lucky you get it, if you're not you don't get it. And unfortunately I did not receive the bursary. If you want me to do another video about what the bursary is and loans and stuff like that, a more detailed video, let me know. I ended up applying for a student loan for the postgrad, which in the maximum you can get out is 10,000 grand, which is obviously what I took, but I still had to top up because I think my uni fees per year was about 6 grand or something like that, so I still had to top up. So which is why it's really important to try and work, try and get a job, a bank job or something that is flexible during your time in doing your masters, because girl, honey, you need your coins to survive, okay? You need your coins to survive, except if you are living with your family and stuff. Even at that, you still need those coins, because who's going to pay for your fees? So yeah, I still needed to, because I was obviously supporting myself. I am renting a place by myself. I had to pay bills. I guess the good thing that came with going back to uni is I didn't have to pay any council tax because I was exempted as a student, but I had to pay my own bills, like, you know, traveling as well is really hard. So yeah, so that was that with the loan. So I got the loan, but I still had to top it up anyways, and I have to pay it back, so I'm not really excited. Good thing about the bursary is that you do not pay it back. It's similar to the Susie loan in Ireland, student grants in Ireland, where you don't pay it back and you just go to uni and get out, and you're getting maintenance. You're getting free money, man. Oh my god. So So yeah, so that was the loan part of it. Like I said, if you'd like me to do a more detailed video about that, please let me know in the comments below or send me a message. And yeah, so that was that. So I started my course in September 2018, and I've just finished in June by the grace of God. Oh, hallelujah. So obviously it's 2 years, and in your first year I can only speak about my experience of how my uni did it, but in our first year we had from September to I think it was February, we had like lectures, and then from February till July, or no, from March till July, we had 70 days placement, which is based, the 70 days placement is usually in a non-statutory organization. So it's basically a organizational kind of setting. So that could be like maybe in a voluntary sector, like say domestic abuse, working with homeless people, working with drug users, substance misuse, some foster agencies that are non-statutory. Yeah, so that's that. And then my second year was basically I'm really hot now, so I'm getting a bit confused. In my second year, we had lectures from September till December, and then from January up until June, we were on placement for 100 days in a statutory setting, which is mainly with the local authority. My placement was not with a local authority. It was a hospital setting, so obviously it was NHS. But yeah, but it was still statutory. It was a mental health, forensics mental health kind of setting, which was really interesting. I'll talk about my placement experiences in a different video. But yeah, so that was basically it. Right now I will be starting as a newly qualified social worker very soon by the grace of God. But yeah, I just thought I'll give you an overview of kind of my journey and where I'm at now. And like I said, I'll be doing a separate video about, you know, details about my first and second year, and you know, then I'll be doing a video about my placement. I really hope that you guys enjoyed to just hear a little bit about myself, well, not about myself, but kind of like my journey, and kind of just steps to where I'm at now. Like I said, more detailed videos about certain parts of the course and the program. If you guys have any suggestions on videos you would like to see, please let me know, and I will try and achieve those videos for you. I hope everyone is having a blessed day. Have a blessed week. Jesus loves you. I love you all for the support, and yeah, I will speak to you guys soon. Bye.